Hello and welcome back to PGSN. We are live here at the UCCU Sports Center for 6A Girls Volleyball State Tournament. I'm Boston Harding here with
Zane Grothy.
And starting off with Pleasant Grove's first game in the state tournament, we will be playing the American Fork Cavemen, and I believe they are the 17th seed, 16th seed, as Pleasant Grove is the first seed.
Yeah, like you said, they are the 16th seed going into a little bit of the 6A tournament brackets. Pleasant Grove obviously did have a bye week, and AF and Lehigh played yesterday. AF won 3-1. That moved them to the second round, facing Pleasant Grove today, 1 seed and 16th seed. We are super excited to be here and commentating this game. What a privilege to just be able to come and support PG. It's going to be a fun one. It's going to be good.
As we've seen from Pleasant Grove in past games, and specifically against American Fork, we have beat them pretty drastically, if I say, and hoping to take a big win here in the second round to push us into the third one. And our two contenders for our next match will be either Layton or Fremont.
Layton or Fremont, both. Fremont and Layton, both 9 seed and 8 seed. Both really good teams. Looking forward to see what team will play one of those.
Pleasant Grove and American Fork will be playing on court number 2 today. The closest one at the bottom of your screen today. We will be on the right side wearing the blue jerseys, and American Fork will be wearing red.
As both teams are ready to start off the game, AF is going to start with the serve. I don't see the number.
Number 31, Ellie Dickley with the serve. Here goes the first serve of the state tournaments. Received by number 8, Cassidy Brinton. Number 17, Aaliyah McDaniel with the first point for Pleasant Grove of the state tournaments. Pleasant Grove will now take the serve. Number 7, Molly Mitchell. Point by number 23, Marley Villa on Pleasant Grove Vikings. Now makes the score 0-2. Tatum Nelson with the block there.
As AF?
It was a double hit on AF, which results in a Pleasant Grove point, now making it 3-0. Molly Mitchell, number 7, with the ace there. That is Pleasant Grove's first ace of the game, and we will surely be counting those in the state tournament. Molly Mitchell with the serve. And is out of bounds. Sorry, not out of bounds. It was barely in on the back corner for AF's first point of the game.
Like we're going to see a lot of this from Pleasant Grove, where we've talked about it in previous games, where it's just those hard spikes and those fakes. Pleasant Grove's obviously super good at that, and that's going to be the reason they score a lot of points, is because you never know what PG is going to come out with the ball. Like, you don't know if they're just going to say, hey, let's just hit it 100 miles an hour at your face, or hey, let's just hit it 1 mile an hour and fake you out. Like, you just never know.
Now we'll have number 13, Caitlin Staldwer, with the serve. Double hit by Pleasant Grove that time, brings Cavemen 5-2. And the ball is hit out of bounds by Pleasant Grove for an AF ace. So we have number 4, Alyssa Roberts, with the serve. Well placed by Aaliyah McDaniel for the point. She now makes it 6-3 for Pleasant Grove. And Aaliyah McDaniel, number 17, will also have the serve. And the receive by American Fork cannot make it back over the net, which puts the Vikings up by 4, 7-3. Aaliyah McDaniel with the serve again. And she picks up her first ace.
As AF cannot return that. Looked like she wanted to try, but if she did, she
fly into the bleachers at the end.
Yeah, just falling into the bleachers and just hurt herself really badly. She's not going to risk hurting herself and maybe hurting the team. So just going to let PG get that point. And another point on top of that, as you guys just saw.
Aaliyah McDaniel getting 2 aces in a row now. Comes up to Pleasant Grove's 3rd ace in this first set. Now that serve is out of bounds for a Caveman point. Now 9-4. Number 14 on the Cavemen, Kennedy Hale with the serve. And is hit out of bounds for the Cavemen's second ace of the first set. Hard hit by Aaliyah McDaniel, but it gets blocked. Pleasant Grove able to save it. It is hit out of bounds by number 40 there, Addison Beck, for the Caveman point. Now 9-6. Kennedy Hale with the serve again. Hard hit by number 44, Tatum Nelson, for the point. As we've seen in previous regular season games, Tatum Nelson, number 44, really brings the hammer down with some quick hits and very, very hard hits as well.
Yeah, it also helps with those when obviously she's most likely always the tallest one on the court, being what, like 6'7"?
She's
like
6'5", I believe.
6'5", same thing, 6'5", 6'7".
Pretty close.
Pretty close. But I mean, still, just obviously being one of the tallest people on the court, it's obviously got to help you.
Yeah, as we've seen by her domination in blocks, as in regular season she counted up to 75 blocks within 28 games.
Wow.
The serve for Pleasant Grove, number 2, Avery Valgardson, is tipped by Pleasant Grove, comes back, lands on their head, and gives Caveman the point. Now 11-8 as Pleasant Grove leads by 3.
It's all good, bro. It's all good. I want to know what it would be like playing down on the courts, because obviously you have 3 other games playing with like 8 other teams, whatever.
6 other teams?
6 other teams, same thing. It's got to be distracting. I mean, you hear all those whistles.
All the whistles, all the other teams cheering, people in the stands as well cheering for their teams. It can definitely be nerve-wracking and can possibly screw up a team enough where what may seem a clear-cut win may become a difficult loss for them. Number 17 there, Aaliyah McDaniel with the block for the point, as number 40, Addison Beck, will have the serve.
Great comeback, Aaliyah. Yeah.
I thought I messed up.
All good. As AF with a hard spike, but goes out of bounds for Pleasant Grove point. Now making score 14-8.
Not Aaliyah McDaniel. Addison Beck, number 40, with the serve now. She picks up an ace for Pleasant Grove's 4th of the day.
Has a very long rally going on.
And this one will end out in a Pleasant Grove point after a very long rally between the two teams, really going back and forth there. Some nice hits and some really good saves. American Fork will take the first timeout of this first set, as the score is now 16-8.
As we will take a break and give our voices a little break.
And we are back after that timeout. Number 40, Addison Beck, will have the serve. And that will be out of bounds for a Caveman point. Now 16-9. Number 31, Ellie Dickey with the serve. And that cannot make it over the net for a Vikings point. Now 17-9. Pleasant Grove, number 7, Molly Mitchell with the serve. Sorry about that. Molly Mitchell comes out with an ace for Pleasant Grove's 5th of the night. Or not of the night, of the day.
Morning.
Blocked by number 44, Tatum Nelson, for the point.
You know, you see all these players like screaming and yelling, getting hyped, and I'm over here and my brain is still trying to wake up. It is 9:10 in the morning.
Yeah, these early
weekend.
games can really be difficult.
If it was this on a weekend, I guarantee a lot of us would still be asleep right now. My brain is still trying to wake up.
Number 7, Molly Mitchell with the serve. I believe she already has 3 aces.
Yeah.
And that ball will go flying out into the stands for a Caveman point. Now 20-10. Number 19, Macy Malville with the serve. Wide tap over the net. Can't tell if that was intentional or an accident to barely hit it over. Either way, it still ended up in a point.
That's what I'm talking about. DG's just gonna pull some freaking random stuff out of
nowhere.
And just
Go with it.
they're tricking the players, and at the same time they're tricking us. It's like I don't even know what to call half the time when they hit it, because it's like they'll be like, spike? Yeah, never mind. I'm gonna hit it behind my back.
While that was happening, number 13, Caitlin Stalder, picks up an ace for the 7th one for Pleasant Grove. Number 4, Alyssa Roberts with the serve on the Cavemen. Hard hit by Aaliyah McDaniel, number 17, for the point. Which now brings it 23-11. Vikings lead by 12 points. Aaliyah McDaniel, number 17, will now also have the serve. And that cannot make it over the net, bringing Vikings to match point, 24-11.
Pleasant Grove taking the early lead in the game. As we saw, the first couple points, we had the lead the entire game, I'm pretty sure. Like the entire set at least. And they haven't gave up that lead. That's obviously helped them so much. Pleasant Grove obviously is such a good team. And, I mean...
And to win the first set, number 44, Tatum Nelson, just stands there with her
replay.
Just stands there with her hands up.
She stood there and said, "Hi, ball. Bye, ball."
To win the first set of the first game in the 6A Girls Volleyball State Tournament. Pleasant Grove will now lead 1-0 in set wins.
As we will take a break, this is PGSN.
as Boston Harding did not have his headset on. So I will start it off as we welcome you back to the second set of the 6A girls volleyball tournament. Pleasant Grove winning the first set 25-11. Pleasant Grove obviously has got to be feeling good after winning the first set. I mean, obviously, I feel like after you win 1 set, 2 sets, you're feeling good. You're feeling confident. All players are hyped, even though it's 9:20 in the morning.
Especially with a big win like that in the first set, winning by 14 points, 25-11, as they held the lead the entire match.
Yeah.
From the first point, they really struck hard, really with intention of winning the first set, and now really pushing hard to win this first game. Looking to move forward into the next game later today at, I believe, 10:30.
12.
I was wrong, 12.
Yes, if we do win this game against AF, we will go to play in the third round at 12 p.m. today. We will play the winner of Layton or Fremont, as I believe they are playing right now. I think I can't see scoreboards, so it's.
Pleasant Grove will start with the serve, number 40, Addison Beck. And their first point comes out as an ace for Pleasant Grove. Nice way to start out the set. Addison Beck, I believe that is her second or third ace of the night. Again, it's hard to keep track. I will do my best, but sometimes it's difficult. Addison Beck pulls out a second ace, 2 in a row now. That brings up the Vikings to 9 aces in the start of the second set. Addison Beck with the serve. Cannot get 3 in a row. Hard hit, comes back for the point. Addison Beck, number 40.
I keep thinking, this has got to be so confusing for the players hearing all these whistles. Like, obviously, I've never played volleyball. I'm a basketball player. And I've played in gyms like these before where there's multiple courts in the same gym, so you hear multiple whistles. And let me tell you, at least for my brain, it's confusing because you hear one whistle, and especially like the gym, especially the court right next to you, when that whistle goes off, it sounds like it's the whistle that on your court, so you get confused. It's like, it just messes with your brain, so I feel like it's just got to be confusing, but obviously they're powering through it, even though it's got to be hard.
Seems like you're trying to power through it too right now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to wake up.
Molly Mitchell, number 7 for the Vikings, will have the serve and the lead 4-1. Now 5-1 as a player on American Fork hit the net while she was trying to get the ball over.
Our score being 5-1.
Molly Mitchell with the serve now. Cannot make it over the net for the Vikings point. Now 6-1. Molly Mitchell with the serve. Goes off the face of a caveman player. Whoa. Don't know what happened there. Could not speak.
We're both powering through this morning, bro. It's okay.
Sorry. What I was saying, though, is the serve bounced off. I believe it was number 14, Kennedy Hale. I believe it bounced off her forehead into the hands of another caveman player, which they then hit out of bounds for a Pleasant Grove point. The serve by Molly Mitchell could not make it over the net after right before she picked up an ace. That is number 10 for the Vikings. and I am now unaware of how many Molly Mitchell has.
We'll just say 100.
Number 31, Ellie Dickey with the serve. The spike by Pleasant Grove rides the net, goes out of bounds. Which now brings the score 8-3. Pleasant Grove leads by 5. Ellie Dickey, number 31, with the serve. Hard hit by number 23, Marley Vieja. That was a crazy hit. Number 13, Caitlin Stalder with the serve now on Pleasant Grove. And that will go out of bounds for a Vikings point, now 10-3. And the serve will be knocked out of bounds by Pleasant Grove onto a different court for a caveman point. Number 13, I believe that was number 19, Macy Melville with the serve. And that comes out to be a caveman point. Macy Melville with the serve again. Blocked by Pleasant Grove. Number 2, Avery Valgartson, and number 44, Tatum Nelson. Number 17, Aaliyah McDaniel with the serve now on Pleasant Grove Vikings.
As serve is a little too hard and goes out of bounds. We've seen maybe 3 of those this entire game where they
just overshoot it. Hitting the gym a little too hard.
Yeah, okay. I'm not even going to finish that sentence.
Melly Latu on the caveman with the point. And I believe it didn't make it over the net for a Vikings point.
Yeah, not hard enough not hard enough to get the ball over the net, which, like you said, obviously caused a Pleasant Grove point, making the score 12-6, taking a 6-point lead.
Blocked by Avery Valgartson, number 2. Hard hit. Number 40, Addison Beck with the point. Hard hit and is tipped by American Fork and cannot be received. As we have number 8, Cassidy Brinton with the serve. And that ball will be hit out of bounds by American Fork for another Pleasant Grove point.
As I believe AF called a timeout. I'm assuming it'd be AF. I don't see a reason why PG would call timeout. So
yeah,
I don't. It's AF. I did not see though. As scoreboard is off the screen, so we cannot tell who called the timeout. Oh, a court. It was AF who called. Yeah, it was AF who called a timeout. As there's only
20 seconds.
20 seconds, so we will not take a break because we just wasted 10 seconds trying to figure out who called the timeout.
Pleasant Grove will come out of this timeout leading 14-6 with a lead of 8 points. Cassidy Brinton, number 8, with the serve. Pleasant Grove will get that point, which now makes it 15-6.
Nice.
And that will be barely in. I apologize.
No, you're good. It's all good. I was going to say the same exact thing. It's barely in. Just took the words right out of my mouth. How rude.
I deeply apologize.
You're going to make me cry.
Put over by, I believe that was number 40, Addison Beck with the point as the ball goes flying after an American Fork hit into the line ref, or sorry, the head ref. Bounces off his chest and goes on its way, I guess. Hard hit and is blocked by AF for the AF point as well. Now 16-8. We have number 3, Sabrina Hansen with the serve. And that will be out of bounds for Pleasant Grove point. Number 40, Addison Beck with the serve. Barroway making over the net. Molly Mitchell with the save there. And they get the point. Addison Beck, number 40, with the serve again. And that will be an ace, number 11 for Pleasant Grove. Addison Beck with the serve again, with Pleasant Grove now having the lead of 11 points, 19-8. Hard spike to Avery Valgartson, number 2, and cannot be received for the Caveman, cutting Pleasant Grove's lead to 10. Alyssa Roberts, number 4, with the serve on the American Fork Cavemen.
As that was an AF point, she stepped out of bounds when she hit it.
Alyssa Roberts with the serve again. Barely being able to be received by Pleasant Grove. And it cannot be received by Pleasant Grove for a second time. Just gives the American Fork Cavemen the point. Now 19-11. And that serve will not make it over the net for a Vikings point. Number 7, Molly Mitchell with the serve. And that will be blocked and hit out of bounds by Pleasant Grove for a Vikings point. Sorry, not a Vikings point, a Caveman point. Number 31, Ellie Dickey with the serve. And that will be tipped out of bounds again by number 31, Ellie Dickey, for a Pleasant Grove point. Number 13, Caitlin Stalder on the Pleasant Grove Vikings with the serve. And that will be out of bounds for a Pleasant Grove point.
Major cough attack in the yawning. That hurt.
Caitlin Stalder with the serve again. Hard hit, but is received by number 8, Cassidy Brenton. And is blocked by AF, but is hit out of bounds for a Pleasant Grove point. Which now brings it 23-12.
Okay, I keep getting confused. You can't see it on camera, so I'm just going to point out to you, Boston. That girl in the corner on AF, I keep thinking she's the server. It's confusing me.
It's tipped by Pleasant Grove down to the floor for an AF point. Number 19, Macy Melville with the serve on the American Fork Cavemen. And that will be hit out of bounds by Pleasant Grove for a Caveman point. Now 23-14. Pleasant Grove only needs 2 more points to close out this second set. And that will not be one of their points to win it. Diving save by Avery Valgartson, number 2, and hit out of bounds by AF for the Vikings point. Now 24-15. Which now brings Vikings to match point.
Let's go, Vikings, let's go.
As they bring out number 5, Piper Benson, for this hopefully last serve. Cannot make it over the net, just barely. So now makes it 24-16. Number 6, Melly Latu with the serve for the American Fork Cavemen. And it cannot be received by the Vikings for a Caveman ace. Hard spike there by number 40, Addison Beck, for the second set win.
As a little recap, never mind, scoreboard's gone, but it was, I believe, 27. Oh, it's first set 25-11, and second set 25-17. Both wins for the Vikings. Cavemen in a pretty big hole here, being down 2-0. And Vikings, obviously, now that they're up 2-0, dig themselves out of a hole that they were never in, really. Being up 2 sets, as we will take a break and give our voices a little break. This is PGSN, and we will be right back.
And we are back to start this third set of our coverage of the Pleasant Grove Vikings. Is the American Fork Cavemen in the CU Sports Center here at UVU doing the sixth, and so will the second. The third as well. Soft touch over the net, not being able to be received. Pleasant Grove with their first point. The lead for the first time. It's now 1-4. Cannot be received by Pleasant Grove again. This now makes the score 1-5. Pleasant Grove down by 4. Macy Melville with the serve again. And that will be flown back into the stands for a Caveman ace, now 1-6.
Cavemen finding their momentum, obviously being up 6-1. 6-1. Pleasant Grove calling an early timeout. It's kind of needed though. I mean, they had the lead the entire first 2 sets, and now they're down 5.
Maybe got a little too cocky because those first 2 sets.
Just need to calm down a little bit, play like how they've been playing, and they'll dig themselves out of this hole as back, being down 2 sets, and Pleasant Grove just looking to end the set and being able to play at 12.
Number 19, Macy Melville will have the serve coming out of this first timeout. And that will not make it over the net by number 31, Ellie Dickey. Comes out to a Vikings second point. Vikings really looking to come back here as they're now down by 4 points as they bring out one of their best servers, number 13, Caitlin Stalder. As we've seen, she is the leader of aces for the team, and I believe in regional as well. But this time it will not end up in a Vikings point or in their favor as well, as it will be just out of bounds. And so will that one by number 4, Alyssa Roberts on the Cavemen. This now brings it 3-7.
Pleasant Grove with the serve, hoping to find their momentum here with this serve. As they are down 3-7, like you said, Boston. Hoping to just find their momentum as they score again, making score 4-7.
And there's a point for Pleasant Grove, now 4-7, as number 44, Tatum Nelson, got a block there. A lot of 4s.
A lot of 4s.
Number 17, Aaliyah McDaniel with the serve and the ace. Number 12 for Pleasant Grove tonight. Again, not tonight. Today, this morning.
We're too used to saying tonight because mostly we commented at like 6.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's okay.
And that will be blocked by Pleasant Grove and hit out of bounds for a Caveman point. Now 5-8. Pleasant Grove really needs to pull it together and get something out, score some points.
Pleasant Grove's kind of pulling like what I do. They were obviously not playing the best in the first 2 sets, and I'm going to say what I say. When I'm not doing too good in something, I just say, I just got to warm up. And I think that's what AF's thinking. They just got to warm up. And obviously they're up 9-5. 9-5 with the serve. So maybe they just had to warm up.
Number 7 on the Cavemen, Cora Kennington with the block there over number 2, Avery Valgartson. Number 14, Kennedy Hale with the serve. Hard hit by number 40, Addison Beck for the point. Now 6-10. If you ever need a hard spike in the back, you know who to call, Addison Beck. Great save by the Cavemen there. Can they do it again? Goes into the bench and they cannot bring it out. Number 17, Aaliyah McDaniel with the point. Number 8, Cassidy Brenton with the serve now. Cannot be saved by the Cavemen. Now 8-10, Pleasant Grove down by 2. Blocked by Pleasant Grove, number 2, Avery Valgartson. Cannot keep it in bounds, though, for a Caveman points. Now 8-11. And that serve by number 3, Sabrina Hansen, cannot make it over the net. Hard hit by Addison Beck, number 40, gets it over the net. So now makes it 10-11. Number 2, Avery Valgartson with the serve on the Pleasant Grove Vikings. Barely received by Pleasant Grove. I take that back. It could not be received. Now 10-12. Cavemen lead by 2. Number 6, Mele Latu with the serve on the Cavemen.
You guys occasionally hear us talk to the mics and another voice. That's our voice through the TV because our producer keeps turning on the TV sound and I don't want him to hear me, so I'm covering my face. As he didn't hear me, we're good.
Number 40, Addison Beck with the serve on the Pleasant Grove Vikings. And that will be out of bounds for a Caveman point, now 11-13. And that will be out of bounds by number 31, Ellie Dickey on the American Fort Cavemen, which now brings it 12-13. Vikings down by 1 point. Number 7, Molly Mitchell with the serve, and is blocked by number 44, Tatum Nelson, which now ties the game 13-13. Pleasant Grove has now come back from that 5-point, by being down by 5 points, it's now tying the game. So we have Molly Mitchell, number 7, with the serve again. White touch over by number 19, Macy Melville for the point, now 14-13. Number 19, Macy Melville. Good hit by number 44, Tatum Nelson, but it will go out of bounds. Which now makes the Vikings down by 2 points again, 13-15. Hard hit by Owe McDaniel, number 17, for the point. Now 14-15.
That's sky high.
Owe McDaniel, number 17, with the hit and the point. This now makes it 15-15. And served by Caitlin Stalder, number 13. And that'll be out of bounds as number 8, Cassidy Brinton, stares the ball down. As PG now takes their first lead of the third set. Now 17-16. Oh, sorry, 17-15. As I believe American Fork will now take their first timeout of the third set.
As we will take a break. This is PGS.
Coming back out of that second timeout of the match, or Cavemen's first one, Pleasant Grove will lead 17-15. Hard hit by Tatum Nelson goes right back into one of the Cavemen's face. Which now brings our lead 18-15. Number 13, Caitlin Stalder with the serve. It is blocked and hit the poles, so it turns out a Vikings point.
Oh, I will. Excuse me. It's not a pole. It's an antenna.
I apologize for saying pole. It is an antenna. My apologies.
Correction from our producer.
What?
I said correction from our producer,
Yeah.
Caden Duffy.
Professional volleyball.
His last name is actually Duffield, but we call him Duffy. So your last name is now Duffy, Caden. Caden Duffy.
The serve by number 4 on the Cavemen, Alyssa Roberts.
Hey, Boston, scoot back. As the score is now 20-16. Sorry, I had to see scoreboard. Couldn't see.
As it will be a reserve as another ball from a different court came flying onto ours. This will practice serve for Aaliyah McDaniel. and that will be hit out of bounds by number 40, Addison Beck, for the Cavemen point. Now 20-17. So we have number 14, Kennedy Hale, on the American Fork Cavemen with the serve. Barely being able to be saved by Pleasant Grove. Hard hit. Another hard hit, and it is a Vikings point, as I believe that is a lift. Cassidy Brinton, number 8 on the Pleasant Grove Vikings with the serve now. Hard hit by Addison Beck, number 40, for the point. Now 22-17. Vikings now lead by 5.
It's crazy being down, what? Was it 3-7, I believe, for a little bit?
At the very start, it was
Yeah.
1-6.
1-6, and now coming back and having to lead 22-17. That's wild. That is unbelievable performance from Pleasant Grove throughout this entire 3 sets.
Not being able to be saved by the Cavemen. Now 23-17. Vikings only 2 points away from taking home this first game. Cassidy Brinton, number 8, with the serve. Multiple blocks and a long rally, comes out to be a Vikings point. It is tipped out of bounds by the Cavemen. Now 24-17, which will bring the Pleasant Grove Vikings to match point in the 3rd set, looking to get a 3-0 sweep. As it will be another reserve, as another ball came on to our court yet again. Cassidy Brinton with the serve. And it will be tipped out of bounds by Pleasant Grove for the Cavemen point, now 24-18. Hard hit by number 40, Addison Beck, for the point set match. Pleasant Grove win the first set 25-11, the second set 25-17, and close it out in the 3rd set 25-18. Pleasant Grove gets the 3-0 sweep against the American Fork Cavemen, and we will be back at 12 p.m. facing either Fremont or Layton.
Incredible game. This is Jack Barnum, by the way. I just took Zane's headset. Did we just end it? I was just trying to talk. I was just trying to say it was a great game. PG had a dominant performance. We're going to move on to the 2nd round. You know, it's very cool. I don't know if they mentioned it. I did fall asleep for the 3rd set, just for a bit. I'm back, though. I had to take a quick little snoozle. Check the PGSN Instagram to see what it was like, what we're doing, you know, at _ PGSN _. We'll see you at noon for the game. That's about it.